Did you know that 70% of women who cheat are never caught? That's right. While you're just sitting there feeling safe in your relationship, the reality is you might be being fooled right now without having even a slight hint. Surprising, but don't worry, because today I'm going to reveal the dark secrets about female infidelity that no one else will tell you. Hello everyone. Today we are delving into a topic that I'm sure will keep you hooked on the screen until the very last second. Get ready, because what you'll uncover could tremendously transform how you perceive your relationship. Have you ever wondered if your woman is being loyal? Is the woman you love truly faithful, or is she fooling you? Well, you are not alone, and today I'm going to reveal the signs that every unfaithful woman leaves behind. What I'm about to share is based on many years of observation and personal experience, so use this insight wisely. Before we delve in, I want you to take a second to pause and breathe. What I'm about to tell you might be painful to hear, but it's important that you understand. Now let's get started. First, you have to understand something. When it involves infidelity, men and women behave in dramatically different ways. While men are likely to be more open in their actions, women are experts in disguise. They can maintain an illusion of normalcy even when they're living a life of deception. But like any game of hide and seek, there are always signs, and today we are going to uncover them. Sign number 1. A change in smell. Yes, you heard me right. Your sense of smell may be your strongest ally in these investigations. A woman who cheats usually shows a subtle yet obvious change in her natural fragrance. That might happen for various reasons. A new perfume she's using to impress another person, lingering remnants of another person's fragrance after a meeting, or possibly changes in hormones due to the stress of the situation. Let me share a real story with you. One of my clients, we'll call him Steve, realized that his wife suddenly began coming home smelling different. It wasn't perfume. It was something more complicated, something he couldn't quite put his finger on. After several weeks of investigations, he found out she was having an affair with a colleague. The scent? It was the detergent her lover used on his clothing, something that would have never been discovered if he hadn't been paying attention. So if you realize your woman does not smell the way she used to, that is a red flag. But wait a minute, there's more, and the next sign is much more revealing. Sign number 2, changes in her schedule. Unexpectedly, the routine she has had for a while starts to change. She begins returning home late from work, or maybe she leaves earlier. Last-minute meetings get more regular, as do dinners with colleagues that never happened before. If for years she usually returned home at 6 p.m., and suddenly she is returning at 8 p.m., something has changed. And no, it's not always due to an extra workload. Remember, a woman who cheats must carve out time for someone else, and that time often comes from the hours she usually spends with you. If you notice a major change in her schedule, particularly if it's accompanied by unclear or inconsistent explanations, this is the moment to pay closer attention. Ask questions. Show serious interest in her day. Her responses can tell you a lot. Now what I'm about to share may sound counterintuitive, but believe me, it's one of the strongest signs of cheating. Sign number 3, an upsurge in affection. Many individuals think that an unfaithful woman would become cold and distant, but the truth is often the opposite. On several occasions, a woman who is cheating becomes more loving and devoted to her partner. This occurs for 2 main reasons. First, guilt forces her to overcompensate for her actions. Second, it's a strategy to keep you feeling safe and ignorant of what's going on. Imagine this, suddenly, she is making your favorite meals more frequently, being more romantic in bed, or surprising you with small gifts for no clear reason. But if this behavior emerges out of nowhere and corresponds with other signs we're discussing here, it can be a red flag. If she's being more affectionate than ever without any apparent reason, keep your eyes open. Remember that too much sweetness might be hiding something bitter underneath. Are you watching so far? Now we're going to talk about something most men ignore. Yet it is a classic sign of infidelity. Sign number 4, changes in appearance. Pay close attention to this. When your woman suddenly begins to put excessive effort into her appearance, it can be a warning sign. A new diet, more regular gym sessions, an intricate outfit update, or a change in hairstyle. Of course, taking care of oneself is essential and healthy. But if these changes develop along with additional signals we've been discussing, it could indicate she's trying to impress another man. Ask yourself, is she making these changes for you, or for a person whom you don't know? And now we have arrived at the most subtle, yet maybe the most important sign of all. Sign number 5, loss of peace. This is a sign that most men feel but usually ignore. It's that nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach, that instinct that something is wrong. If you feel that the peace in your relationship has vanished, if there's a continual tension in the atmosphere, even if nothing tangible has happened, do not ignore that feeling. Your gut feeling is trying to tell you something. It's like the universe is poking you, saying, "Hey, wake up. Something is strange here." I'm not talking about suspicion or ridiculous jealousy. I'm talking about that profound feeling that something has changed, even when you cannot quite put your finger on it. But keep in mind that none of these signs on their own are definitive evidence of infidelity. It's the combination of these signs, together with general changes in her actions, that should raise a red flag. Now let's talk about something a lot of people overlook that has become one of the major stimulants for cheating today: the virtual world, social media and messaging apps. All of these have created a new playing field for adultery. If your partner is continuously hooked to her phone, becomes nervous when you approach when she's online, or has suddenly set up passwords on apps that used to be accessible, well, you already understand what it can mean. Think about it. In past times, cheating needed physical opportunity and real-life interactions. Today, all it needs is a smartphone and an internet connection. Cheating might be happening right under your nose when both of you are together watching television on the couch. But why does this occur? Why do women cheat? The reasons are many and complicated. Dissatisfaction in the relationship, the excitement of something new, poor self-esteem, or even revenge for a past betrayal. But one thing is obvious: cheating always leaves a mark. Here's a painful reality. Many times, cheating is not about you. It's not because you aren't attractive enough, wealthy enough, or competent enough in bed. Sometimes it is about something missing inside her, an unfulfilled need, an emotional gap that she doesn't know how to fulfill in the right way. But what about you? Have you ever been in a scenario of betrayal? How did you manage it? Share your story in the comments.